Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. Joe Biden just got hit with probably the worst news of his career. Massive impeachment bombshell dropped by Marjorie Taylor Greene and was done last night. Folks, before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. That stuff really helps us out. We really do appreciate it so much. So what happened was, and there was actually 2 impeachments dropped yesterday. We're going to get to that in a second. The first happened when U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Matthew Graves, was testifying before Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene laced into him for the high crime rates, for his apparent wanton desire to only prosecute the people from January 6th, and for just his lack of performance on the job, letting criminals go, not prosecuting where he should be prosecuting. These kind of things have led to massively high crime rates in Washington, D.C., and Marjorie Taylor Greene let him have it, and then at the end of letting him have it, she smacked him with the impeachment. Let's take a look at it.
Let me remind everyone the manner in which you go about your January 6 prosecutions. A man named Matthew Perna, who had no criminal record, peacefully entered the Capitol through an open door on January 6. He stayed inside roughly 20 minutes. He didn't assault anyone, not a police officer, anyone. He didn't damage any property. He fully cooperated with the FBI and eventually pled guilty to all charges. But right before his sentencing, you, Mr. Graves, asked the judge for more time to object to the pre-sentence report, by the way, while you weren't prosecuting many of the crimes in D.C. This was so that you could ask for at least a few more years in prison for the guy that walked around in the Capitol for 20 minutes, not assaulting anyone. And this is what you've done repeatedly, over and over, for those who've pled or have been convicted on January 6th. Well, 2 weeks later, Matthew Perna hung himself in his garage, Mr. Graves. He was 37 years old. On March 9th, 2022, you dropped the case against Matthew Perna because he was dead. The time for weaponizing the Department of Justice needs to come to an end. And because you refuse to prosecute real criminals that are violating all the crimes here in Washington, D.C., and you want to talk about D.C. residents, they are victims of your abuse of power. And because of that, I am introducing articles of impeachment on you, Mr. Graves.
Now, Greene went on to issue a press release from her office about the impeachment and explaining it in more detail using a lot of the same language she used here. But she also went on Twitter to announce a second impeachment, and that is of FBI Director Christopher Wray, and it is in direct relation to the Durham report that was released this week. She announced that she was filing articles of impeachment against the embattled FBI director, even though most of this did not happen on his watch. It happened on the watch of James Comey. But he was still involved, and he was still involved in the cover-up according to the Durham report and how we understand it. So it's going to be interesting. They're starting to impeach everybody around Biden. It's got to be only a matter of time before they get to the president himself. Folks, I want to thank you for watching here today again. My name is Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, it really helps us out. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.